since I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
I was big league dreaming.
I was big league dreaming.
For as long as I live,
Always.
I'm big league dreaming.
I never got to bat in the major leagues. I'd have liked to have that chance, just once. To stare down a big league pitcher. Make him think you know something he doesn't. Chance to squint at a sky so blue that it hurts your eyes just to look at. To feel the tingle in your arm as you connect with the ball. To run the bases, stretch a double into a triple, and flop face first. Wrap your arms around the bag. That's my wish, Rick Thorning.
Welcome, everyone, to Big League Dreaming, the podcast. John Gonzalez here. Can't wait for you to join us for today's show. I am the dad, and of course, if you know a little bit about the show, I have three sons, Zach, Ty, and Zane. Zach is the oldest, Ty is the middle, and Zane is the youngest, and he's the one still coaching baseball. But Zach, the oldest, is joining us today on the podcast. Zach, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. I'm here, ready to rock.
Awesome. Zach is based in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm based in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Zach's doing a little baseball, though, work, even though he's in the college financial world these days, college financial aid. Zach's doing a little bit of work with the AAA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, the Charlotte Knights. How are things going for the Knights there, Zach?
As a whole, the team isn't doing that great, but they've had a lot of guys get called up, and the White Sox are in first place. Got a lot of former Charlotte Knights on that team, so they're pretty much loaded right now at the big league club. They've graduated a lot of guys. That's why their minor league team aren't doing the best, but it's fun to see the guys get called up and make debuts and things like that.
Well, it's good to have you on the podcast. It's been a little bit of a while. Well, I'll tell you what, this show is about big league dreaming. It is about those that have aspirations, whether they're in AAA to get to the major league level or in AA, single A, high school, college, or at this time of the world, the Little League World Series, those that are 12 years old. And joining us, we've been following the journey of Taylor North Little League in Taylor, Michigan. And joining us on the show is the head coach, assistant coach, and one of the star players. Guys, how's it going in Williamsport, Pennsylvania?
Hello, everyone. Doing good.
Doing well. Enjoyed today, obviously, and great feeling.
A great feeling, doing well. Obviously, is an understatement. Your team is off to a 2-0 start. Impressive win today. We'll talk about the game as it unfolded because it was one of the most dramatic games of this year's Little League World Series. Zach, have you been able to catch some of the games? I know that you're busy with your hands full of school getting started. Have you caught some of the Little League World Series games?
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to catch much. We did have one game on in the background when I was working at the Knights at the ballpark. I really wanted to catch y'all's game today. I know it was during the day, so I didn't really get to follow it. I pulled it up at one point, and they were down 2-0. I don't want to spoil it. The next thing I know, I got a final on my phone and was like, what happened? So I'm really interested to hear how it went down because I have no clue.
No, that's great. This is awesome. I'll tell you what, coaches and Cam, this is interesting because it's fun to hear. I'm just noticing it right now by watching all these games on ESPN is the major leaguers that love the Little League World Series, right? You guys got treated to that game last night. What's the atmosphere been like before we get to the game recap with Zach?
Yeah, it was actually a pretty cool experience there. You know, we were actually upset yesterday, that the game was canceled. You know, we prepare ourselves for our games and our pitching, and obviously this experience is absolutely wonderful, and we want the kids to enjoy everything. We want them to enjoy the MLB game, but I think I kind of took a little bit of a selfish approach where I was like, I really wanted to play that game yesterday because we had our pitching lined up. And, that's another day's rest where other people get their pitching back and stuff like that. Just kind of a strategy thing. But as I calmed down a little bit and went to the game, it was an awesome experience for the boys, being right on top of that field. And I don't even know how many fans that holds there, but it can't be but a couple hundred, maybe 800.
Yeah, it was under 1,000.
Yeah. So you're right on that field with these guys and autographs and baseballs, and that experience is, and the interaction is they're literally, 3-5 feet away and you hear them talking, and it's awesome. It was a great experience for the boys. I know that they had a good time. Us coaches had a good time too. So it was definitely
Kim, what about you? Did you have a good time? Did you get some people coming up to you asking for your autograph?
No, but I asked 2 Indians players for their autographs. but we had to leave early, so we couldn't really get any more.
Inclement weather.
We had to
was
leave
moving in.
early because weather was coming in. I was like, oh no.
Top. We left bottom. We left after the final out of the bottom of the 8th.
Right. No, it's it was something else. Well, let's talk about today's game, because not only is Zach there watching you in Charlotte, North Carolina, but the whole country is watching every game. And your team this year, boy, Rick, weather delays, right? I mean, you go through a 2-hour weather delay. Was it game 1? Was it? You go through the waiting of 2.5 hours the day before yesterday, and then you get your game canceled or postponed until today. Today's game, I mean, you like Zach was just saying, you come out and you give up 2 runs in the top of the first inning. And I could just see that look on your face. I tweeted a photo today of you just kind of like a disgust, kind of like, are you kidding me? Because they were cutting to commercial, and you could see the umpire motioning to you that, hey, we're stopping this. And you're looking in your face is like, we just gave up 2 runs. Our guys want to hit. No, you can't do this to us.
Oh yeah. When you're like, and I said we're chomping at the bits, I'm saying, like, our kids, and even with the rain here on 2 of our off days, we weren't allowed to practice on the field. So we had to just go into the cages, and myself and Coach Guido felt like we had a really good cage day today with the kids hitting, and they were just ready to go, and we wanted them to see live pitching. And, when you give up 2 runs in the first inning, the first thing you want to do is get your kids in that batter's box and try to get those runs back and stop that momentum from happening. And then the weather hit. And that was my thing, where it was kind of like, oh, we actually have to go the next 3.5, possibly 4 hours down to nothing, so it's kind of a mental thing and a momentum thing for sure. It's just frustrating.
It becomes very difficult on that aspect. We can control what pitches we call, when to steal a base, but rain, it shuts everything down. And they had all that momentum. They had just played at 2 against a team that has not given up many runs in the entire run of this. And, our boys go in, have to sit for 3.5 hours after witnessing that, not being able to do it, go back and push back. It was like,
Cam, what did you guys do in that rain delay? I mean, obviously you're frustrated. You want to play, but it's Mother Nature. There's nothing you can do about it. What did you guys do to pass the time?
We just sat there on the bench for most of the time, but I mean, we played catch in the bullpen for a little bit, and then we got a little bit of food in the middle of it, so we got to eat a little bit.
Yeah.
But we kind of just sat there for however long it was.
a long time.
Time means nothing.
Zach, isn't that just the most frustrating thing, right? I mean, not only for coaches, because you've coached a little bit as well, but for players. I mean, when you just want to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting there in the dugout and you're trying to think of what little games can we play as a team, like the name game, destination, you name it, anything. Coaches are wrapping off random trivia, like, hey, did you know this and this happened? Just trying to keep your mind focused on baseball a little bit, so that you don't your mind doesn't escape too far away from what you came there to do. It's hard, but it can also kill rallies. I mean, when a team puts up 2 runs and then you have them sit on the bench for 3 hours, now they have to try and get their momentum back. So it can be a good equalizer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should, Coach Rick, tell Zach what happens next. Your team goes down. The team from Michigan goes down 4-0 to the team from Texas, which is a good team. I mean, this is a very good team. They're getting a lot of press because of their catcher being a girl, and which is cool. I mean, she's a good story in herself, right? And you guys are battling. You go down 4-0. Set up what happened next for us.
Oh, we went down 5-0.
Oh, 5-0. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
We were down 5-0, and then it was 1st and 3rd with 2 outs, and Gavin Ulin was up. Coach's son Gavin was up, and I just remember thinking to myself, like, Gavin knows how to work at bats. Gavin likes to hit the ball hard, but he also knows how to work at bats. And Gavin knew that, like, Cameron's on deck if he can get the bases loaded. Cameron's come through for us quite a bit this year, and he's due for a home run right now. And I think that was in Gavin's mind, was like, I get on first base, and he drew a walk and loaded the bases. And then Cameron went 2-0. And I thought for a second that they were going to walk him, just to walk a run in and not pitch to him. Which the coach ended up saying after the game. He told me that he considered putting him on and walking in a run instead of pitching to him. And then they threw a 2-0, I think, fastball right down the pipe. And Cameron just let it go. He had an absolute
Home run?
Grand slam.
No way.
Yeah, grand.
Oh my
slam.
gosh, were y'all going nuts?
Yeah, it's I haven't had a chance yet, but my wife said it's breaking the internet right now, so that's pretty cool. I haven't got on there yet. I've been on Twitter a little bit, but I have to go on there and look at some things. And it was a great experience, and everybody went crazy, and the team went crazy, and that was just.
What inning did that happen?
The fourth, I think.
Third or fourth.
Maybe the third. Maybe the third.
inning,
Yeah,
yeah.
bottom of the third.
Okay.
And it stayed like that way in the fourth. And then in the fifth inning, we ended up having second and third with nobody out. We had Surma lead off at a base hit.
Well, Coach, before you get to that inning, because I got some questions about that as well. Let's ask Cam here. I mean, you got bases loaded, right? Your team is down 5-0. There's 2 outs. I mean, the pressure is on you, right? And you have Jessica Mendoza on ESPN making these comparisons to you, talking about your swing. I mean, your head must be swimming with a lot of things. What's going through your head when you walk up to the plate that inning?
I knew we needed something big, and we didn't need just like one run. We needed a lot because we were down by a pretty good amount. So I was just sitting fastball and waiting until he threw me a good pitch, and I was just waiting for it, and I just hit it out.
And when you hit it, did you know it was gone?
At first I didn't, but then the right fielder just like looked up at it, so then I knew it was gone.
What a feeling! I mean, how can you describe what that feels like, circling the bases?
It felt really good, especially since it's my first home run in the Little League World Series, and for it to be a grand slam, it felt pretty good.
It felt pretty good, yeah. Well, Big League Dreaming is about that. I mean, I thought of you when you're circling the bases, and your dad, of course, and the whole team going crazy. I thought, well, this is like every kid's dream, right? To be in the Little League World Series, to be in that spotlight, to get a chance to get your team there. But you're still down 5-4, Coach Rick. So set Zach up and everyone else listening to what happens next.
So we end up going into the bottom of the fifth inning here, down 5-4. Jackson Surma come up. Jackson Surma has been one of our best hitters throughout the entire season. He's just been the highlight of everything. He bats behind Cam.
And just to stop you right there one more time too. Sorry to keep stopping you here, but Gavin, what a gutsy kid, Coach Guido. I mean, this kid. I mean, if he doesn't pitch that gutsy 4 1/3, right, and just come up there and this kid is lights out. He's pitching with confidence. I mean, he owns the mound, right? And if he doesn't do that, it doesn't give you a chance.
He's different than me. I used to run from, and Rick could tell you, I used to run from any question spotlight. You want me to perform? Wear him out. Gavin runs to it and ask Rick. He'll go to him, and he's just that kid.
Yeah, Gavin's one of those kids that, I mean, always would just be like, and he's serious too. It's not, joking around. He'd just come up to me and be like, hey, I just want to let you know that if you need me, I'm ready today. And and he says it to me all the time, and he's serious. Like, he's not trying to be funny. Yeah. Like, it's just saying that he needs it. So, we had a plan going into this that we were going to go Jackson Surma, that we were going to go to Gavin after that. And then, Cameron hasn't pitched in a couple months, and he's working back, getting bullpen. So we knew that we had him there. And we went with Gavin, and he was just Osby was working. I mean, the fire in this kid, there's nothing like it, man. To have a kid on, if you could have a team of 11 Gavins, man, you do a lot of winning and a lot of TV time.
No kidding. All right, so let's get back to this fifth inning. It's bottom of the fifth inning, and Surma gets on base.
Yeah, Surma gets on base with a base hit, which is a really good at bat. He had, I think he had 2 strikeouts before that, and on outside pitches, so they were kind of stay outside. And I was trying to talk to him about going the other way with it. And then he had thrown a changeup that he pulled for a base hit. I want to say it was an 0-2 pitch or maybe a 1-2 pitch even. That he got the hit on there, which kind of sparked it. And then Furcus comes up and hits a double into the gap. So now
you have runners at second and third with no outs.
Second, third, no outs. I have Jackson Schufelt, which the last couple of times he's come. The kid can swing a good bat. He's one of our smaller kids. He's the only 11-year-old on our team, but he handles the bat pretty good as far as a bunt. I did have him bunt earlier in the game, and he didn't get it far enough to the right where the pitcher fielded it and threw the kid out at second. So I was thinking, I don't want to take any chances because they were playing in shallow anyway. I didn't, you don't get leadoff, so you can't get a good break. You got to wait till the ball's bunted. So I just let him swing away. They brought a new pitcher in, let him swing away, and he hit a ground ball between short and third, I think it was. to where I kind of waited to tell Surma, who was at third, like when I felt that the third baseman was committed to making that play at first is when I had Jackson break. So as soon as I seen him commit to that, I mean, he could have did a pump fake, and if he did a pump fake, Surma would have been able to get back into third without an issue. So once that kid did, Surma made a great break for that, and they threw the kid out at first, tried to come home to get him. He was going to be safe either way. Throw was high, got away, low, and bounced over the catcher. Ferkus, who was at second, was running hard. Once he seen Surma break, he started coming to third and just didn't skip a beat and kept going. And once that ball got past the catcher, Ferkus scored 2. So we ended up scoring 2 runs on that ground ball to third base.
No way.
And that's how we ended up winning the
With
game.
nobody out, he's about to go home on that? What a guy.
That was the winning run.
Yep.
Yeah, this is Zach, where I think it's just amazing as a coach is that that's a boom boom play, and you've got to be in good communication with your runners at all time, right? And you've got to be on the same page. I noticed that, Coach, like you said, you didn't like say, hey, you're going to break on the pitch or on contact, you're going to hold, right? You're talking to them the whole time, right?
Yeah, they actually did a pitching change right before that, so I was able to talk to them.
Yes, yeah, and you had time to talk to them. But what I thought was most impressive is that he scores, but the runner at second base doesn't let up the gas. He keeps going. And this is your strategy that you've used the whole tournament, whether in the regionals, state regionals, and in World Series, is you've been aggressive, and it's paid off for you.
Yeah.
And also at that field too, if you've ever been, the Volunteer Stadium is high. The field of play is gotta be.
It's odd.
It's banked. So when that catcher has to go get that ball, they are going downhill to throw uphill.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Tough.
And it was slippery, so
it was wet. And so it was a perfect read. He had, high level ground. She had to go low ground, wet, take a knee. She couldn't get a good grip, and he took advantage of it. And it's a big backstop. It's
I'm sure during that pitching change, when you were talking to the base runner at third, I'm sure your base runner at second was probably standing right there listening to you talk to him about anticipating that play could be happening. And then I'm sure when he heard that, he was like, well, if he's going, I'm going hard too. And that was kind of already in his head. I mean, with 2 outs, ground ball to short, obviously guy at third goes, you're sending the guy from second to go just in case it's a bad throw. But with nobody out, that is awesome.
Yeah, when I talked to Ferkus, who was at second base, and I said, he can't commit coming to third unless Surma commits to going home. So that's what he's watching. So, many a times you see that kid from second start running to the third, and the guy at third never left, and now they got him in a pickle there or whatever. So I said, you commit once Jackson commits. And a ground ball, I'm going to send him home anyway to make a play, because even if he's thrown out, Ferkus is going to get to third. The kid's going to get to first base, and then you're going to steal him to second anyway. You're going to have the same situation, second and third with 1 out. So you might as well make them make a play at home. If they fielded it, came through home and threw him out, then it is what it is. You're going to be in the same spot with 1 out. It's kind of how we looked at it, and that's what we talked about the pitch.
Good, it's good strategy. So you get to the 6th inning. You got the lead now. You get 2 outs. There's a runner advance. You get 1 run. They get one runner on, right?
Yes.
Single. Yep.
Single. And then Cam, you've got to come in to get this last out. Your first pitch out of your hand, you nail the guy. It looked like it was a curveball, maybe that just didn't curve for you.
No, it was a changeup, and when I throw my changeup, I think to myself that I have to have a really, really loose grip, and I kind of just really didn't grip it at all, and it just slipped out and just hit him. I don't know what happened there.
And if I could say something on that, we actually I haven't watched the game yet, so I don't know what type of communication, but that was actually the wrong pitch. That was Cameron hasn't, like I said, he hasn't pitched in 2 months, and we knew he was ready. He's got really good velocity. He's got a really good slider. I really don't have him throw the changeup much.
Not a huge need for it. Yeah.
Especially, with 2 outs and tying run on second base, first pitch. So when I gave the pitch to my catcher for the slider, he called 3, thinking that like the last pitcher he had, his slider was 3. Well, Cameron's slider isn't 3. Cameron's changeup's 3. So it's just a communication because they haven't done that in forever. Right. So Cameron looked at me right away as soon as he hit the kid, and he looked at me with 3 fingers and said, "No, like, why did you have me throw that? And I was like, I didn't step
And
off.
all I heard is step off. But Coach Rick does have a rule. He can't shake his pitch
Yeah,
off.
you can't shake my pitches off. So,
Got real crazy.
so that happened there. But then he came back with 3, great pitches. I think slider for a strike and then fastball, right?
Yeah, you seem to regroup rather quickly.
I feel we have 2 for 12-year-old kids above average high-level catchers.
Yeah.
When Cam or Ethan are back there, it allows Coach Rick to call a game that a lot of coaches can't call. Their aptitude and their ability. Catchers you have to be intelligent people and have a certain skill set to do that. And we're able to do that at a high level, which I think gives us a huge separation from a lot of other teams in this tournament between Van Bell and Cam.
So there you go, Zach. It sets up the big matchup of the 2 undefeated teams on Wednesday. Michigan, the team from Michigan versus the team from Hawaii.
So they hit the kid, and then they get, what, the last out?
Okay.
Was it a strikeout?
Yeah, it was a slider then for looking, and then it was a fastball on the outside outside corner for a strike, and then a swing and a miss fastball strike.
Beautiful. Way to go, Cam.
Thank you.
Well, this next matchup, Coach, I mean, you guys obviously are probably chomping at the bit to play again tomorrow, but you'll take the rest, I guess, and hope the weather cooperates and no more delays, right?
Right. No more delays would be great.
We'll just get we always think we got this grand plan that we're going to sleep till like 8:10 and then go do our breakfast at 8:30. And somehow someone knocks about laundry or a COVID test. It's like 7:40. It's like, come on, they call them uncles. They just beat on your door.
Oh, yeah.
Zach, do you have any questions for the guys or for Cam at all?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about like what you guys are doing to take in these moments, I guess. I mean, it's got to be so hard to play as a player to keep focused, but you also want to remember these moments as much as possible. And as a coach, you want to be there in the moment in the game trying to coach these kids up, but at the same time, it's like, shoot, we're up by 1 run about to close out this game. Like, feel how cool this moment is right now. Is anything specific you guys are trying to do to be intentional to take it in?
I know for myself, it's funny you say that. I actually called my wife today, and I talked to my older boy, and I said, hey, is there anything that like you guys want to see pictures of? Is there anything that you guys want to see that you don't have the ability to see? The bullpen in the back, the tunnel underneath, like the inside the dugout. Like, is there parts of the Grove that you guys want to see? Because like you said, there's so much stuff going on, whether it's game or not, that like we're on a set schedule and we're going. I really don't have that moments to just, well, I'm going to go walk over here and I'm going to take pictures and do this and do that and do this, like with my son, or if he wants to do it with his son. We don't really have that moments because, it's just me and him and these 11 ball players, which is wonderful to be here with them and experience this as a team. But yeah, there's things that, can be missed, or, things that we're not going to, be able to, that we got to stop and think. So I told my wife to start texting me. I told my older son to start texting me some things like, what do you want to see? Like, you want to, anything cool that you guys want to see, where a picture of Cameron at, or whatever it is, anything that it is, we're just,
and we've learned to, Coach Rick and I want to say to his credit, and I hope somewhat to mine, we try to avoid to let them be, coaches' kids.
Yeah.
So we know we have 9 other boys with us, so it can't just be about Cam, Gav, Cam. Like, we make it. Sometimes we make them eat last. Sometimes we make them take the train. Like, everybody's got to do their part. They can't be different. We don't want it to be that way. So it's hard because these other 9 don't have their parents for since the 6th of August through today. So we try to tread lightly. These 2 guys are lucky, not just because we're their dads, but we're with them here.
Well, the podcast is called Big League Dreaming. Of course, Cam, we got to ask you, what are your big league dreams? I mean, we saw the comparisons on ESPN. I think Cody Bellinger, right, is that they're comparing your swing and your makeup there at the plate. And I got to agree with the ESPN analyst. I mean, you put those pictures side by side, and you're like, whoa, holy cow. I mean, I see that. And then your swing today was just beautiful. That home run was a professional looking launch. Do you have aspirations of playing collegiately, professionally?
Yeah, I do. I really want to play baseball. Like, not specifically for any type of team. I just want to make it to the MLB or just get to a high level.
Simple as that.
So simple.
Simple as that. It's a simple game, right? Right, Zach? I mean, you know this. It's a simple game. We just got to go out there and play and have fun, right?
We say it every day.
I say it every
guys.
day to my batters, like just be simple. Like stop trying to hit a 550-foot home run.
Home runs
Just
happen
be
when you
simple.
swing just normal. It works that way, right? When you try to hook and try to throw harder, you don't seem to. When you try to hit further, you don't seem to.
All right, quick.
Pitch it and catch it.
pitch
Well,
and catch it, yeah.
My dad and I are both extremely connected in the college baseball world and in Michigan specifically. So definitely use us as contacts in the future. When that time comes, we'll hook you up.
For sure, man. Perfect.
We'll also tag you guys in with Corey Farner.
There you go. There you go. Hey, real quick, scouting report on Hawaii. I mean, you probably had a chance to see them play a little bit. What's your strategy against them? I think you play them Wednesday at what, 3:00?
I think it's 7
o'clock?
Yeah, 7:30. I think.
Oh, you got the primetime game.
It has to be a primetime nighttime game. Well, I know they're fast. I know they put the bat on the ball. You know what I'm saying? I know they got that bigger kid that throws well.
We're good. We're a good balance. Coach Rick calls him and I will sadly study a lot in the next 2 nights, and there will be a game plan and pitches will be thrown. And as he says, hit my spot. And if things work correctly, the balance should be in our favor on keeping them from doing what they like to do.
Hey, one last thing. I know that I asked you this before in the last podcast, Coach Rick or Coach Guido, either one of you guys. Taylor's going crazy for you guys. Watch parties are going crazy. I saw that Dick's Sporting Goods is selling the shirts like crazy. I mean,
I'm going to jump in and I'll give it to Coach Rick. So I have a huge, I'm a Taylor kid, born, raised, never left. I now I'm the director, fortunate enough to be the director of Parks and Recreation and Building and Grounds in the city of Taylor. So very connected and ingrained there. And it is unbelievable, the energy and pride that this is bringing to a community and the sense of ownership that all these people have and what we're doing and want to be a part of it. It's electric. It's phenomenal.
Oh, it is without a doubt. It's just amazing to see the amount of people, like you said, in old friends and people and the connections, and just so many people who are reaching out throughout the city, and people are saying like people are actually texting me like this city is going absolutely crazy for you guys. They're saying everywhere you go, whether it's Kroger, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's whatever, people are calling me for jerseys to put in the restaurants. Like it's big time, and it's awesome. It's just a great experience. It's unreal.
Well, we hope it gets even bigger because it's only going to get bigger from here. Cam, anything else you want to add to your friends out there watching or listening about what this experience has been like?
It's a really good experience. I mean, I've always dreamed of being in the Little League World Series, and obviously there's no international teams, but it's still a really good experience. I feel like it'd be the same even with the international teams.
And from that perspective, the reality of it is you don't see international teams until the last game anyways. I get it would have been 8, not 16, but it's still the side that we're playing, what we're doing this is not easy. This is a very tough task.
Yeah. All right, well, you guys are making it look easy by winning close games like today, so good luck to you on Wednesday. Cam, get some rest, man. You look like you've had a long day, my friend. Get some rest. Tell the team congratulations from the podcast and from everyone in Michigan, and obviously fans in North Carolina as well, and all over the country. Take care, guys.
Hey, thanks, John. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate
You guys are the best. Thank you.
You guys keep up the good work.
Well, that was a lot of fun, getting a little glimpse of the Little League World Series, right, Zach?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I didn't even look and see how the game ended. I just saw that the final score. So I made a point to not look at how it went down so I could hear from them firsthand how it unfolded. And I'm glad I made that decision because what a crazy game.
It was a crazy game. I think you would have enjoyed it. But I think the part of the fun part for me as a coach, and you can understand why I'd be so excited, is there have been so many delays, right? And I'm like, I'm just going to text him and see what's going on, right? So Coach has been awesome. I mean, he's been contacting me, updating me, sending me photos. I feel like Big League Dreaming, the podcast, is giving you a glimpse of what these teams go through because you don't hear about the stuff like this, right?
Right. And yeah, I mean, he has probably hundreds of text messages that he's getting all day long. So really cool of him to be able to share all this additional time with us.
Yeah, so the big game will be against Hawaii, like you said, prime time. So I can't wait to watch that. They're a fun team to watch, though. I mean, if you get a chance to watch it, Zach, and anyone listening, get a chance to watch this team. They're a good team to watch. They're fundamentally sound, and you know, Cam has a great swing. He really is a left-handed hitter, so you'll like that. And he has a beautiful swing. So we'll see what happens with his career.
Yeah, did you say they play on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm working the ball game Wednesday, but we'll put it up on the TV in the press box, so I'll be able to watch both.
There you go. All right, thanks everyone for joining us on Big League Dreaming, the podcast. We appreciate you tuning in to all of our episodes. Ty, can you tell us where we can get more information?
Hey, it's Ty from Big League Dreaming Podcast. Be sure to give us a follow on Twitter at BLDpod. That is at BLDPOD. And we're also on TikTok now as well, so give us a follow at Big League Dreaming. We'd love to connect with you.